This weather's not going to give up on us. Have a look at it. Every day for the next 4 or 5 days, we're going to have nothing but rain. And look at my poor wisteria. Just as it comes into bloom, the weather turns nasty on it. Now, it has got a lot of blooms. We said that the other day. We told you about black grit, so check it out yourselves on our website. But look what's happening to it with this cold weather. Look at these flowers. The cold weather and the rain. They're beautiful little clusters like grapes, aren't they? But look what's happening already. They're already dying off. We've got more coming on, but this weather's been nasty. It's not behaving. We want to enjoy the colour. Here's another problem that I spotted. My roses, my climbing rose, yeah, I've got to clean it up a bit, but look at the flowers, look at the buds. Look what's happening. That's last year's one, forget that. Look at this. Can you see that? That's not healthy. That's not healthy at all. Actually, what we've got here is what it looks like, the beginnings of grey mould on the buds. They're not forming properly. Look at that. Look at that. This is perfect weather for the weeds to grow and disease to develop. You get hot, cold and wet weather, you start to get these problems occurring. Now, grey mould is a hard one. I've got to prune all this back. That's a clean rose. It's almost clean, but that is not. That has been affected. You get little spots on it, speckles on it, browning off. And if that continues to happen, look at that. The sun's coming out now. It's drizzling, and the temperature is constantly fluctuating, plus or minus 5 degrees, up and down. And that's the problem we have with disease in our garden. If this needs to be thinned out, cleaned up, take away all the diseased buds and leaves on it. No black spot, beautiful, but the buds have been affected. So we can spray this with bluestone copper sulfate, hydrated lime, but more importantly, cut it off, because they do flower 3 or 4 times through the season. At least we can get rid of this disease and hopefully the weather settles down. Hot, dry conditions, this won't happen. Moist weather like now and the fluctuation in temperature, that's what happens. Now, we did clean up here. We didn't get into the veggie garden yesterday, but we did clean up here a little bit. Now, we've got a lot of suckers as well. Let me show you all this. Even Krishna, our horse, has come through here to inspect. Now, we cleaned all the weeds out, folks, but we haven't pruned our plants, and we've got to shape all these lily pillies. And again, we spoke about it a while ago, suckers from the base. Now, this isn't grafted, but that is suckering up from the bottom because it's got its natural habit is to grow into a big tree. And ornamental pears. Let me show you these. These are really annoying. Now, these have been in here a few years, as you can tell, with the pencil pines. But what's annoying me about these ornamental pear trees is that they're grafted. Now, I'm not sure if the growers have worked that out since, or if they found a more compatible rootstock to graft it onto, because again, look at this, the suckering up that's going on. And it's just not just one, it's all of them. Every single one of them is suckering up all over the place. This is the worst of it all. We haven't cut it off because I wanted to show you what it looks like, but I've got it suckering up right next to the base of the trunk and further away from the trunk, so from the roots themselves. So whether I sever off where it's coming off from the base of the trunk, I still got to work out how to control it from suckering out from the roots. If anybody else has worked that out, I gouge out the actual suckers up from the roots down below so they don't come up from that spot again, but it doesn't stop them from suckering up anywhere else along the root zone. So, and it's not about stress because these plants aren't suffering, you can tell. They're thriving, but they need a good clean up inside. Now, I haven't pruned these yet to clean up inside, and I have to do that. I'm going to do this in summertime because that will slow down the growth on top. If I was to prune it in winter, now in springtime, these would have grown even harder. And I haven't done that, so I'm going to do it in summer only, once I can see a little bit more summer growth coming through, because that's what happens. You get your spring growth and then you get your summer growth coming through as well, and that's what I'm going to take off. So then hopefully next springtime, they're not going to grow as hard. That's a perfect example of overcrowding inside. Well, wait a second. Overcrowding is an understatement. Have a look at this. This is a joke. That's what it is. It's a complete joke. Yeah, I can't open up the gardens yet, folks. You'll all be picking on me on my pruning techniques. Have a look at this. I haven't touched it. So when I clean this one up and every other tree in the garden, then we'll open up. All right. Check out our website, vasilisgarden.com. You'll find a lot of great products online, and it is a buy one, get one free weekend special. So the whole range of Vasilis Choice products are at buy one, get one free. And don't forget to watch the garden show. It repeats today. I'm not sure what time. Check out your TV guide and follow the new one tomorrow. It's at 2 p.m. on 7/2. From me, Vasili, Maresi.